to smoke a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's HighThoughtsTV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Yeah, taking it a step back again. You said you were around Screw early on. So talk like your experiences, like maybe some shit that was playing out that might have influenced you.
Everything about that shit influenced me. To see a man make something out of nothing off tapes. The man had lines down the street. When he dropped a tape, if you didn't get that when the gate, and you know, from drinking and smoking, them niggas, you'll go do a session with Screw. You'll probably get to Screw House by 6. The session probably don't start till 4 in the morning. Cause everybody over there getting fucked up, chilling. You making your list. You'll put your list together. He finding his turntables. But Holmes was a master of his craft. Like, when you will see DJs make mixes, I see niggas do shit. Technology that made it now where your mix is simple. When you had a BPM, you can look on the computer, type it up, know the BPM, put that shit in Serato, and it's gonna jump. That nigga ain't have none of that. That nigga was doing the BPM right here on mixing records. When you pitch a record down, it's way different than catching it on regular speed. Because everybody feel like you pitch a record down, it's automatically gonna be at the same, it's gonna be at the same pitch. No. You probably gotta pitch one record down way further than you pitch it down to the BPM. And to watch that nigga do that shit live, it wasn't no, I'm gonna put this record on, That nigga gonna sit there, then drunk probably a pint, and smoked an ounce. Nigga high as a motherfucker. And that's his zone in. He in his zone now. Boom. That tape hit. Press up the motherfucking tapes. Open that. When you see that burglar boy half-ass, and you see that gate open, that's when he got tapes. When that gate closed, ain't no tapes. And to see that nigga do that and brand that shit, take that shit from across the world, to see niggas knowing that shit and create a wave like that, and that sound still prevalent to this day. That whole sound, the man created a whole sound and introduced a lot of people to a bunch of artists that niggas wasn't even familiar with. Like, when niggas wanted to break records, they'll bring them hoes to Screw. Screw DJ'd at Boomerang, from Boomerang to a few more other clubs as well. But the first time I ever knew when Cash Money was gonna be Cash Money, them niggas came to Screw first with that Hot Boys tape. Them niggas was fucking with the Botany Boys then. So that was the beauty of my career, bro. While all this shit was formulating, I got to see it all. I seen it literally all. I seen the whole shit play out. From the height of it, to the destruction of it, to the rise of it again. I seen all this shit. I was around these niggas every day. And the funny thing about Screwed Up Click, them niggas was not rappers. Them niggas is accidental rappers. Street niggas that was rappers. Hustling still and rap hustling. And to watch that shit, bro, that shit was beautiful to see that shit. I'll be in the hood. I'm gonna see Body Boys one day, fuck around. You can see Big Steve and all them. You gonna see Hawk. You gonna see Kiki. You gonna see Man Pooh. You gonna see the Pet Lemons. I seen that shit every day. So it was pretty much normal to me. It wasn't to the next nigga, you a damn that beat. That shit was normal to see all these niggas. And then leave to have to go back to school and be around a group of rappers again. Like, to see that shit was crazy. And now that I look at it.
Yeah, and you said you were around from the ups and the downs. So being around as far as that destruction, what do you think led to that? What do you think led to the downfall?
I mean, egos. It wasn't really that there was no downfall, bro. And I don't really want to speak on a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, money a motherfucker. Money a motherfucker. And what I mean by the ups and the downs is niggas didn't understand. Nigga, you couldn't cross the George R. Brown Convention Center being a North and South Side nigga at a certain point. Nigga, you had to be in them. You had to know, just like I say, you gotta know the law of the land. Riding Slab back then, nigga, you that's a death wish, damn it. You had to be a certain caliber of nigga to be rolling Slab and crossing that George R. Brown. It's still niggas to this day that's on the South Side don't come nowhere near the North Side. It's niggas on the North Side don't go nowhere near the South Side. To this day right now, it's like that. And that's what I mean by the ups and downs and how dangerous it is. If you want to talk about rap being dangerous, oh, that shit was dangerous then. That shit was dangerous then.